Hello. I love this saying. What we most desire is on the other side of fear. So we have to get through fear to have something that we really want. But most of us get stopped by fear, and it's not our fault. So I'm going to explain to you how fear works and the 6 steps that you need to break through fear. And the last one will probably surprise you. I'm a transformational life coach, and I've been fascinated all my life by how we can create lasting change. And now I work with women to enable them to find their purpose, overcome fear, and take action on their desires to get to actually what's the other side of fear, which is the joy, the ease, and the freedom that they know they deserve. So what are the common fears? The most common fears I see are I'm not good enough, I'm going to fail, I'll be rejected, what will people think, I can't do this. And a client put it beautifully when she said, well, how can this little girl from Wigan do that? So that's what we're going to look at. We're going to dive into the science briefly. So what is the purpose of fear? So the purpose of fear really is, in evolutionary terms, to keep us safe. So when we were cave dwellers and saber-toothed tigers at the mouth of the cave, fear enables the fight, flight, freeze mechanism to kick in, and it keeps us safe. And the funny thing is that our brains haven't evolved really from then. So even now, when we're faced by the unknown or a perceived threat, like the boss calling us into her office, the same mechanism kicks in, and we will feel the fear in the same way that those cavemen felt it when there was a tiger at the front of the cave. So I want you to consider this. Fear is just a thought about an imagined negative outcome in the future. So I'm going to say that again. Fear is just a thought about an imagined negative outcome in the future. Now I want to give you a picture of how all of this works together. So let's say you have a yearning to leave your secure job, start a business, or open a cafe, for instance. So what happens is that your brain then goes, oh, that's unknown. Oh, that seems like a threat. That doesn't sound safe. And it goes to the worst case scenario. So it imagines a negative outcome in the future, and that is it's going to fail. What will people think? And then that brings up a bodily sensation of fear. And as humans, we avoid pain and discomfort. So that usually is enough, even subconsciously, for you to go, oh, do you know what? I'm not doing that. So fear has done its job. It's kept you safe. Now, there's another drive that we have, which has evolved, which is a drive for self-actualization. So, we yearn for fulfillment. We yearn to live aligned to our values. And these two drives are sort of in opposition to each other. So you've got the ancient fear drive to keep us safe, and you've got a more evolved drive for self-actualization to keep us fulfilled. And hopefully what happens is that yearning grows until you can't ignore it anymore. So it goes from a whisper to a roar. And what we want to do with fear, we can't get rid of it. It's too old for that. So what we want to do is to investigate it so that we disempower it and manage it so that it doesn't stop us. So what are the 6 steps to do this? I'm going to take you through them now. The first one is to spot the triggers. This is identifying what events and thoughts bring up fear and noticing what feelings come up. So you're raising awareness in the moment so you can start the investigation. The second stage is get perspective. Is this fear the reality? If the worst case scenario did come true, could you handle it? What's a more likely outcome? When have you done this before and succeeded? And what would be the first safe step? So I have proven tools to reframe the fear. It really doesn't have to stop you. The third one is be crystal clear on who you are, what you want, and why you want it. Having a strong direction, knowing your purpose and your unique gifts makes you unstoppable. It gives you motivation, self-belief, and this drives you through fear so that you can build resilience, and it clears the way to action. So the fourth one is take action, however small. Look at your goal, chunk it up into small steps, make sure it's manageable for you. You want an early win, which will give you the dopamine rush, and this gives you so much energy to go forward. The fifth one is feel the discomfort. So ironically, you don't want to push the feeling of fear down. You want to fully feel it, because then it loses its power. Define how you can relax your nervous system. Fear is a feeling and it will pass. And once you take action, you will feel positive emotions like the joy of your first contract, or building your prototype product, or the excitement of a collaboration. The sixth one is let go of the outcome. So you have your goal, you have your plan, and you experiment, because you don't know what's really going to work. You don't know where one conversation may lead you, but if you're open, it will unfold for you. Be kind to yourself, learn and grow from your mistakes, and this will enable you to enjoy the process. If fear has held you back and your yearning has turned from a whisper to a roar, then get in touch with me and let's discuss how you can finally get exactly what you desire.